Hey, I'm Tony K, and I'm going to show you how to make an awesome green bean casserole. Let's get started. You will need the following: 1 10-ounce can of cream of chicken soup, 2 14.5-ounce cans of French-style green beans, 1/4 cup diced onion, 1 12 to 16-ounce package of bacon, pan-fried and hand-crumbled, 1 cup of fried onions, also called French onions, divided into 2 half cups to use at separate times during baking. One cup of milk, a casserole pan. We will start with our cream of chicken. We'll set the can off to the side so we can rinse and recycle it later. Next we'll add our milk. And we'll set that measuring cup aside to wash later. Take your preferred utensil, I'm going to use a whisk, and mix Since I'm using a foil pan, I would not want to use anything that would cut or pierce the bottom of the pan. It's still a little lumpy, but that's okay by me. Next, I will stir in my raw onion. I chose to use white onion for this recipe. You might choose red onion or yellow onion. Maybe you'll even try green onion. And we'll set this bowl aside to rinse later. I'm just going to mix this in. I want to get an even dispersal of all my flavorful items. The onion, the bacon, the fried onion. That looks good to me. Next we'll add our green beans. We'll need to drain these. Hey Libby's Company, do you have any product placement dollars for me? That looks good. I'm going to add 1 can at a time. spreading the beans out, looking for stems. There are very few things that could ruin a bite of this. If it were too hot, too cold, or if you bit into a stem. Time for my second can. And it looks good. We'll finish mixing it in. We'll set our green bean cans aside to rinse and recycle later. Now we will mix in our fried onions. Half of a cup. And half of our package of bacon. I'm going to try to distribute it kind of evenly across the bottom and grab half of it. And let the other half fall out of the bag. Still holding on to that first half of bacon. Tip the bag upright and reseal. Now we'll mix all that in. Again, if you're using a foil pan, remember not to use any utensil that will pierce or cut the bottom. That's pretty well mixed. I'm going to even out the layer of casserole. And I'm going to push some into the corners. I don't want the corners to be too soupy. And that looks good. We'll put it into the oven. And we have preheated our oven to 350 degrees, and we will bake for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we will add the rest of our toppings. I'm going to mix those now. We still have half a package of bacon and a half a cup of fried onions. I'm taking this casserole to my mom's house, so we will wait to add our toppings until we get there, and we need to reheat the casserole. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. After you've baked your casserole for 30 minutes, evenly distribute your toppings across the top and bake for an additional 5 minutes. Then remove for the oven, let it cool, and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video as well.